Hello, good morning. I just wanted to send a little vibe out to my clients, letting them know that you're doing a great job. For those of you that have been meditating regularly, learning to disengage thought, way to go, awesome job. There's just a little hint or maybe something that might help you that I thought that I might bring up. And, if you decide to take it, great. If you decide not to take it, you know what? That's really your decision. But either way, I thought I'd have a little fun. So, here's the thing. When you begin to disengage thought, okay, when the mind begins to slow down its momentum, when we begin to have periods, whether short or long, periods of no thought or the void, whatever it is you want to call it. So some people are afraid of the thought of no thoughts or the word the void. So you can call it whatever you want. So when this experience begins to happen, you may have spontaneous sadness or crying. You may have spontaneous laughter or joy. You may have spontaneous anger or rage. When this happens, don't judge it. Don't judge it, just let it be. Allow it to bubble to the surface like bubbles bubble to the top of champagne. Allow it to bubble to the surface. Don't go looking for why. Don't, if you can, don't look for why you're crying or why you're angry or why you're laughing uncontrollably like a crazy person or what, you're not crazy, what others may perceive as a crazy person or when you're crying uncontrollably like maybe others would perceive that to be. Don't judge it. When we begin to disengage thought and we allow the presence into our being, it's amazing the amount of energy that gets stored in the body over time, that when we begin to allow this to shut off, this can become healthy as well. So don't look for my great aunt died 6 years ago. My dog, I'm having a bad day, and my dog, I forgot to feed it. And, I'm whatever. Whatever the why is, that is, whether you like to believe it or not, in my experience, an excuse. That's an excuse to look for why am I crying? Why am I full of anger? Why am I laughing uncontrollably? When we don't look for why, when we don't need to engage in the thought, what begins to happen is the neurons of the brain, the neuronetic connections that connect our brain, begin to disengage, so the old habits and patterns begin to break apart. The body begins to have an emotional cleanse. Now, you could have stored sadness in your liver. Don't know why you store it there. Doesn't matter why. You could have stored sadness in your gallbladder. Could have stored worry in your stomach. Could have stored worry in your kidneys. So, but it doesn't matter why, it doesn't matter what organ, it doesn't matter where it is. What matters is that it bubbles to the surface. We watch it, we feel it fully. So that doesn't mean we go, if we're full of rage, and go punch the wall. That's not what that means. What it means is we go inside and we feel the anger, the rage, the sadness, the joy, whatever it is, we feel it fully and allow it to process through us. Through us is the key word. We don't take it back in and we just take it from the liver and put it back into somewhere else by judging it. Oh, that must have come from here. So what happens when we judge it? We took it from here and we just put it somewhere else. When we feel it out fully without judgment, like bubbles in a champagne or from a pop or from kombucha, whatever, like the bubbles that bubble to the surface and dissipate. That's what happens when we allow the emotions to process through us without judgment. Now, that is an important key for learning how, when we begin to disengage thought, allowing the feeling and emotions within us to be released, to let go, to surrender to them. Have a good day. Talk to you soon.